Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on out there, my scoreboard keeper family? What's going on out there? Listen, y'all, we'll be right back in 30 seconds. Y'all see we got something nice on the board. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the Scoreboard Keepers. You're around here, we'll keep the seats. We keep the score. So if you want to get on the board, make your point. If it makes sense, we'll add it to the board. If it don't, we won't. Scoreboard Keepers.
Y'all already know we got a flag on the play already. Y'all see exactly who's on the board, right? Y'all see who's on the board. Rashee Rice. You made the board. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Scoreboard Keepers, where I am your host, the Ref, and I keep you up to score in all things sports, hip-hop, and hot topics. So y'all already know, man. And y'all see what the clock say, right? Clock already says, it shouldn't take us no more than 10 minutes. If it does, we're going into the second quarter. I don't think we may make it into the second quarter, depending on what's going on, because there's a lot going on right here. But it just depends. Let's just see how this goes. Let's get this clock started and let's get it rolling. So you guys may ask, man, who is Rashee Rice? Okay, Rashee Rice, who is he? Wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. If you haven't been living under a rock. Drafted in the second round. He was the 55th pick overall in 2023 out of SMU. So if you know anything about SMU, one of the most famous players in the sport of football came out of SMU, one Eric Dickerson, the Pony Express. So that's for all you football gurus out there. You guys would love that. All you football historians. You know what I mean? SMU had some talent back in the day. So they're still doing pretty good right now. They're not doing as good as they used to, because, they were on a national, they were nationally ranked back then. They had a lot of talent coming through there. So they're one of the schools that are out now that a lot of this new generation don't know about. But they had some ballers coming from out of there, and Eric Dickerson was one of them. Rashee Rice set the Chiefs rookie postseason record with 26 catches and won the Super Bowl. That's without Tyreek Hill there, that's not saying a lot. I'm going to be honest, because I'm a stickler for great quarterbacks having their Robin. If you're going to have a Batman needs to have a Robin. And Patrick Mahomes, hands down, is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not one of the best of all time. So when you start having this conversation about the best quarterbacks of all time, it will be hard not to mention him, even if his career were to end today. He would definitely be in the discussion. Okay? He may not be at the top of some people's list, but some people are damn sure going to mention his name. How can you not? Okay? Because, his performance speaks for itself, man. So I think a quarterback like that should always have their Robin. Like when you hear about Joe Montana, you think Jerry Rice. When you hear about Troy Aikman, you think about Michael Irving. Okay? When you hear about Peyton Manning, you think about Marvin Harrison. Okay? It's just supposed to go like that. It's just supposed to go like that. When you think of Tom Brady, you think of Julian Edelman. Wake up out there, GMs. That's not by accident. Look what happened with T.O. and Donovan McNabb. All you had to do was keep them together. That Super Bowl for Philadelphia would have came a long time ago if they would have kept them together. But they made some mistakes and had to learn from it. But when you make mistakes like that, bad things happen. Now, fortunately for Kansas City, when they broke up Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, he just proved to be a different animal. And he said, hell with this. I don't need that receiver out there. I got Travis Kelce. Okay? So you're talking about he went from having his Robin to one of the best tight ends of all time. So it basically leveled out. Things leveled out. You understand what I'm saying? Things leveled out. That's how it went. So with Rashee Rice, let's get to it, y'all. I mean, he's having some legal problems, right? He had a crash in a crash incident in March of 2024. It involved in a high speed, Lamborghini crash on a Dallas Central expressway. He was going 119 miles an hour, man, causing injuries to 6 and a multi-car pileup. Now, listen, when I was coming up, they didn't even want football players playing basketball. They didn't want you playing basketball because they didn't want you to roll your ankle, and they damn sure didn't want you on a motorcycle because the motorcycles go too fast. So why, Rashee, would you be going 119 miles an hour in a Lamborghini? They got places for you to do that. You got the money to go rent a track, man. You want to race that thing? They got tracks all over the place. Why you want to do it out there if I'm riding around in a Volkswagen Jetta? Why you want to be going 119 miles an hour around me or around one of my family members? Like, I mean, come on, man. That's a little irresponsible, bro. It's a little irresponsible. Now, listen, everybody know you got the Lamborghini. It's fast. Everybody know you want to test it out. But you can't do it on the I-95. You know what I mean? How you gonna do it on the I-95, man? You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. We see these things happen a lot. Listen, you can't go walking around here acting like there hasn't been players that have went out here and unalived others and themselves. NFL players by doing these type of things. See, these athletes, man, like all you got to do is go. We're supposed to learn from our past, man. We're supposed to learn from our past. We can't keep doing the same things and expecting different results, or they could call that insanity. Now, I'm just telling you, there has been some players that have unalived some people, man, by speeding, taking themselves out of the league. You understand what I'm saying? Paid a lot of money, even though that don't equal up to a life. You can't bring a life back, bro. So we got to chill out here, man. Come on, man. Listen, no. Flag on the plate. We got to chill. We got to relax out here because, you know what I mean? We don't want to go out here. Listen, the last thing Kansas City needs right now is to be down a receiver. Okay? That's the last thing Kansas City needs to be doing right now. Because if that happens, you're looking at a dynasty crumble right in front of your face. Especially after what we saw last year. So they don't have time for that. You know what I mean? You got to stay healthy, man. And I mean, they don't have the best tandem right now going on right now with Juju. You got a young Xavier Worthy and a player that they drafted. So if they're young, it's a young core mixed with an older veteran who never really even proved himself. He's an ex-Pittsburgh Steeler. So we saw what he had to offer. So, but let's move on, okay? Sentenced July 17th, 2025, pleaded guilty to 2 third-degree felony collision involving serious bodily injury and highway racing. See? Damn. 2 third-degree felonies. And they said you were racing. So racing who? Somebody must have got away because they only got you. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe it's just you're the most popular one. He received 30 days jail to be served during a 5-year probation plus restitution of $115,000. See? Preferential treatment. If that's us average Joes, we going to jail. You must got Johnny Cochran. You must got Johnny, man. You must got Johnny. How you gonna serve 30 days jail time to be served during a 5-year probation? So you got 5 years to do 30 days. 5 years. You got 5 years to do 30 days, man. Are you kidding me? That's 6 days of summer, man, for the next 5 years. All you got to do is go downtown for 6 days during the summer for the next 5 years. And some of that could take place when you might not even be in the league any longer. Because I mean, there's no telling. Nothing's guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed, so we don't know what could happen. Anything can happen. You know, God forbid. But I'm just saying, 5 years is a long time to do 30 days, man. Who got that deal? Deferred adjudication means what? Deferred adjudication means charges may be dropped if probation is completed. What? That's one hell of a deal you got. I don't know what you gave that attorney, but you need to give him some more, because that's a hell of a deal. It'll almost make it look like it never happened after you complete your probation. So really, all the felonies and all that kind of stuff don't mean a thing if the charges get dropped. So you won't even have a record. And you got 2 third-degree felonies there. It's just sitting there, waiting for you to not complete your probation. So it would stick at that point. But if you complete it, it's almost as if it never happened. Us average people, we don't get that. We don't get that kind of preferential treatment. Y'all hear the buzzer. We're going into the second quarter, y'all. We're going into the second quarter. But you always know that Big Brother's watching, right? Because then you know you have the other authorities looking. So the NFL, the other authorities. The NFL is expected to impose a multi-game suspension under its personal conduct policy. Insider reports indicate the Chiefs believe it will be 2 to 4 games. Some optimistic, others uncertain. So, I mean, shit. You might as well just go ahead and get them first 4 weeks out of the way. That's a little month. And you're good from there. Everything is good from there. You can get this out of the way in September. You can get this out of the way in September. You know what I mean? I mean, you can get this right out of the way and just go on about your life. Yeah, as far as your health goes, they said you fully recovered from your 2024 LCL hamstring injury. Look strong in all season drills. So you've been ready to go. But they said the Chiefs have built flexibility, re-signed Juju Smith-Schuster, drafted Jalen Royals, dubbed Rice Light, and have Xavier Worthy, who, you know, is a budding star. But that's not, listen, Patrick Mahomes is a seasoned vet. He needs another seasoned vet next to him. I'm surprised they didn't go after DK Metcalf, to be honest with you. That would have been nasty. That would have been nasty to have somebody like that. But, hey, you know, it just didn't happen that way. DK Metcalf is a game changer. And I don't know about Royals and Juju Smith-Schuster. And they supposed to be, they expected to take on larger roles if Rashee Rice misses any early games. So what's the season implications? The Chiefs offense, Mahomes, they say he still has quality targets, but, the early season depth, it definitely will be tested, man. No doubt about it. No doubt. Listen, it ain't no doubt about it. It's going to be tested. It has no choice but to be tested. You know what I mean? It has to. Training camp, the emphasis is on reps for Worthy, Royal, and Juju to prepare for this potential absence. Because it's looking, it's looking really serious right now that could be a really serious situation that he could miss that time if he chooses to take up, why would you take out from the middle of the season or the end of the season? Nah, you want to get those things out of the way early so you can just go on and finish the rest of the season. But, the final take I have to say on this, man, you know, we have our pop off or nah segment. Our pop off or nah segment goes like this. If I say pop off, that means it has some teeth, it has some bite to it. If it says nah, then it's really not. Nah, it's really not. So, you know, if I ask you guys out there, if I say pop off or nah, y'all gonna say, hey, pop off. Or you'll say you're in disagreement with it? Nah. Or you don't believe it? Nah. If it's true, pop off. If it's not, nah. You know what I'm saying? Well, a guilty plea of 30 days in jail and 5 years probation and restitution paid. Y'all think that that's normal? Pop off or nah? I'm saying nah. No, hell nah. That ain't normal. I don't know nobody who's ever gotten a sentence like that. So, I mean, I'd like for y'all to leave y'all comments down below and tell me, you know, if that's what your pop off or nah is on that one. Likely to miss 2 to 4 games, you know, for suspension. 2 to 4 games. So anywhere in there, it could be 2, it could be 4. Do y'all think it'll be more? Pop off or nah? Do y'all think it'll be any more than that? Because they just saying likely. You know, and this is, you know, a conduct charge, you know, violating the conduct policy. You know, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to figure it out, man. I'm just trying to, you know, fully reimbursed medical wise, and prime for training camp. So do y'all think he's mentally ready for camp? Pop off or not? Is he mentally ready to go? Pop off or not? Or is his head stuck, you know, with this case? Or is he, you know, panicking right now because he doesn't know what the NFL is going to come down with? Pop off or not? Y'all tell me. I'm saying pop off. I think that he's there with a I'm saying pop off all the way, because if he got a deal like that, his lawyer did one hell of a job. He's looking at no record and just a couple of days, you know, in jail. It may be home confinement too. You never know. I don't think he's going to sit behind no parallel bars if y'all thinking that. I'm thinking home confinement. You know what I'm saying? I'm not joking. I'm not thinking that he's going to go turn himself down to the parallel bars. Key strategy. Bolster depth. Ready to plug leaks if Rice sits early. Do y'all think that Royals, Xavier Worthy, and Juju Smith-Schuster can do the job for Patrick Mahomes? Pop off or nah? Pop off or nah? Y'all tell me. Y'all think he can really do that? That tandem right there. Are they ready? Or are they ready to take up the slack for Patrick Mahomes? Can that tandem do it? Pop off or nah? Damn it, I'm saying nah, hell to the nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey. Goodbye. Man, if you gotta depend on that tandem, man, look, it could be a long year. Be a long year, man. I'm telling you. You messing around with Patrick Mahomes, man, you could be looking at the end of a dynasty, man. Like, you can't be playing around. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that man, you got to get his weapons around there and let him do what he do. Or you're messing with his legacy right now. You know what I'm saying? If you want to bring Johnny Bag of Donuts up in there and not surround your guy with the right people, nah, man, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. You know, we talking about one of the best quarterbacks we've seen in a very long time. And I think that he deserves to be surrounded around that type of talent. Greatness. How about that? Greatness? Would y'all agree? Would y'all agree? Is Patrick Mahomes in the greatness conversation? Pop off or not? Damn it, I'm saying pop off. You get him the right people like he's supposed to have. Listen, they do it up there in Buffalo. They have no choice to do it up there in Denver. You know what I mean? They did it in San Francisco. I mean, come on. Did anybody know who Brock Purdy was? Hey, when you got Deebo Samuels, I mean, damn it, I might be able to close my eyes. I ain't taking nothing away from that boy, but let me tell you something. I may be able to close my eyes and throw a ball to Deebo Samuels, and he may catch it and take it somewhere here in the stratosphere. All respect to the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy, but I'm just saying. Deebo Samuels can make your life easy. He's going now, and guess where he went? Right to the Washington Commanders. He went right to the Washington Commanders. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all better watch out for them. They are an absolute problem right now on that offense. They are an absolute problem. I believe they're going to win a lot of games. I believe they're going to give a lot of people fits. I believe that the Dallas Cowboys sat around too long and just waited for things to happen, thinking that they was just going to be the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, when franchises like that go down, you got to get and take what you can while they're down. That's a historic franchise down there. They're not going to stay down for long. They're not going to stay down for long down there. And when they come up, they come up. It was a time where all those teams were up. The Giants, the Eagles, and they were, at the time they were the Redskins. It was a time where they were all battling each other. And it was bad. So I'm just saying, man, look, we got to keep our head on straight, ladies and gentlemen. The clock has struck 0. And that's going to conclude this episode of the Scoreboard Keepers, man, and Rashee Rice. You know what I mean? Rashee Rice, we wish you the best this year. We hope that you get past these legal issues and come back better than ever, because we love to see people that's getting it from the mud. Okay? We don't count anybody out around here. We're the underdogs over here. Okay? We love the underdogs over here. When people count you out and then all of a sudden they turn around and you somewhere they never expected. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? That's the truth. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys out there, if you don't know about this channel, make sure you thumb up this video and subscribe to the channel so you can become a part of the Scoreboard Keepers family, and leave your thoughts down bottom about what do you think about Rashee Rice and his troubles and his problems, and also about the Kansas City Chiefs. And do you think we're looking at a dynasty that is crumbling before our eyes, or can Patrick Mahomes make do with what he has? And of course, you know, he still has Travis Kelce. So I look forward to seeing you guys. And like I said, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And until then, have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. See you on the next episode.